man. And we are live to go. So hi, you guys. Just in case you didn't hear anything new or weird, today is the July 1st of 2018, which brings me to my other side conclusion that this has only been 2 months ago since I'm going to tell you now since I feel more better about it. Um, this is my dog's favorite toy, and last month, or not last month, but last couple of months ago on May 4th, my dog had to be put down. The reason why I wasn't so happy those other times and the reason I was more angry was I was in depression. And I still am. I'm going through day by day. I don't know if I've already talked about this before, but this is the second month since she's gone, and I really do miss her a lot. I mean, I eat dinner and she's not there. I eat lunch or I eat breakfast. She isn't there. That's what usually happens. She usually isn't there for breakfast because she's usually asleep. So after that, then I go to lunch and I pull out her favorite chips, which was Garditos, and we give her bits of it. And she run up to me and start begging for them, like every lunch, dinner, anytime with eating or food in it. That's what gets me more sad the most because she loved food. She loved food. I don't know any other dog that loves food so much than her. But she's gone and she died of cancer. It was, I don't know what type of cancer it was, but it was a cancer on her paw, which was right here, and this is how it looked like. Just to mention that her four little paws and like that, it just wasn't, and she couldn't breathe. Well, she barely breathed. My mom told me. I think that's kind of a lie though. It's whatever. We put her down, and now we have her ashes here at home where I live, and it's not been the same since. And I've been more upset at myself because really all these times I should have spent time with my dog more than sitting in this room and freaking playing games and stuff, you know. But she made it through 12 years. She was 12 years old, so she made it through my elementary school years that I had when she was born. I was in elementary school when she was born. And I ended in 2009, and then 2010 or 2009 still. Then September 2009 is when I started middle school, and I ended it at 2013, which was 5 years ago. And she survived through those years, and then all the way through high school, which was 2013, which was 5 years ago. 2013 through 2017 was the final year, which was last year, and she made it through my stuff, and then the choice program I was through, she was living through that, but then at the end she was diagnosed with cancer, and it was an early stage, but we couldn't afford the money to get the surgery. And then we just waited and see how long she'll last before we can even afford to do surgery, and she couldn't last longer now, so we had to do it. And it's been 2 months since she's gone, and I missed her. I miss her quite a lot. This is the reason why I still keep this in my room, because I want her to be in here. I want to remember the good times I had with her, because it does suck, you know. I really do miss her. I really wish she was still here, but this is the reason I'm just saying. This is the reason why I'm saying that this is the year that this sucks. And well, I want a new year already. This night, I'm upset, and I don't think I'm gonna get over it anytime soon. That's just for a matter of fact. I can't get over it at all, and it's not fair to me. It's not fair to anyone else that has to see me this way. So I'm trying to forget about the forget about it, but then also remember her as what she was. And well, this is the reason why I'm saying that this today is the 1st of July, and it's already horrible for me. So but you may never know. So I'm gonna put this back where I have the toy at. And like I said, it was one of her favorite toys. That's the reason why I grabbed it. As you can tell on this picture wall, right here is where she is. She's really small under here, but she's right where my hands are. Show you. There she is. Right there where I was a little kid. Where I was a little kid. Right there. And then there she was years ago. And now, right there. It sucks. It really does suck. So, but now the reason why I feel sad out of the way, why it's so emotional to me, and if you guys understand where I'm coming from, then thank you very much for understanding. And the reason why I haven't been making so much videos recently, it's an emotional thing I have to deal with, and it's not been a good thing for me. And I know it's like 2 months ago now, but I can't get over it. So, but she died on the 4th, and it's not officially it, but it will be on July 4th, and then next month on the 4th, and then the other month before that, and then a year after that, and then Thanksgiving, and no, Halloween, then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, which is going to be really sad for me, because she was, first of all, she loved Halloween. Actually, I don't think she loved Halloween, but she loved Thanksgiving. She loved Christmas. So, I don't know. But that's how things goes, I guess. So, now that's out of the way, let's talk about eBay and why they're so. That's then the reason why I don't shop there. Why I don't go on their thing and shop for anything like vehicles, electronics. You can get scammed in eBay really easily, and it's really sad that they don't support their own customers. I don't know if they changed that, but like just recently, everything Apple Pro. If you don't follow his YouTube channel, you probably should, to know what's going on. So when Apple had their 10th year iPhone anniversary for iPhone for being 10 years old, um, he looked on eBay for so many of these iPhone 2Gs, and everybody's selling these iPhone 2Gs for like $50,000 to $60,000 to $70,000. You know, and it was on an eBay auction sale, and so everybody's just like getting rid of these things on eBay like really quick, and they're selling them very expensive, like more expensive than the iPhone 10, I can tell you that much. So it's more than $1,000 to a phone now. It's $50,000 for an old phone that Steve Jobs have created, God rest his soul, for creating the what Apple is today. So he opened up. He got the phone. He didn't open it. He went through the X-ray thing to see what's the inside of it, and he completely know several misfires because the wrapping wasn't right. And then when he took it through the machine, it got even worse because the phone was flipped the other direction. The accessories were flipped in the other direction. Some of them weren't there, some of them were. So he got scammed pretty much. It was a reseal, which is never a good thing to buy. I mean, if it's a resale product, okay, fine, sure. If you already know that has been resealed, you say that is resealed. But this guy goes like, it's never ever been opened. It's never been opened. So that tells me something that, oh yeah, this is what's wrong. You can see people do this all the time. People do this to game consoles. People do this to other things like that. And it's really sad when a company, when eBay, it's like the most well-known website for scammers. And it's really sad because there's people who will scam other people who will say, oh, let's just say, hold on. I'll give you a prime example of this. I really would. But I'm not going to do this ever. So let's just say I sold my iPhone 8 Plus, which is what I'm using right now. Let's say I sold my iPhone 8 Plus for $800. Here's what's going to come with. So immediately it's going to have this seal You open up the box just like this. It's going to show you the pamphlet thing. Why is this thing? There we go. It's going to show this and all of its little manuals and Apple stickers. But then here's what's going to come with. This and a cable. Not even the thing in the bottom, because I'm using that for the phone until I can get a Bluetooth setting. But yeah, there will be this, right? This is what eBay scammers do. They do this. You pull out the thing. You think the phone's going to be inside. But boom! This is all you get. You get this, the wired AirPods with the cord, or not even with the cord at times, but with this and this. So basically, you would buy a cord, this or that, if it was in there. But the phone wouldn't be in there, or it would be a fake phone, like a little flip. Like, let's say, oh, now I have to prep the phone for this. Hold on, I gotta find it though. It's buried. It really is buried underneath this whole junk that I call drawer. Which I still gotta sell these cases though. I gotta get these cases out of here. I don't need them. I can sell them easily. Where is the phone? I swear I had it somewhere. There it is. So, I'm gonna find the rest of my cases out if I didn't already pick them out, which I think I already did. Yeah, I picked and stay in there. So, this is what's going to look like. It's going to look just like this, okay? So let's say, right now I'd be like, oh, hey guys, look, I just bought an iPhone 8 Plus on eBay. They only were selling it for $700, because it's a 64 gigabyte version, and it's got all this stuff. It's got the phone, the earbuds, everything. Oh, cool, let's open it up. And then people would do this, and then they go, okay, designed by Apple in California, all the pamphlet manuals, okay, we'll go through that. And then they pull it and they go, what the fuck is this? This is what I paid $800 for? Okay, what else is in here? Get this, and you get this, but then you don't get the thing in the bottom, and it's like, really? I paid for that? I got scammed, people. That's how eBay works. You gotta be smart with this stuff. And first of all, don't buy an Apple product from there, period, because they will scam the fuck out of you. I'm not kidding, I just gave you an example of a used phone that people scam people with and put an old Android or Windows phone, for that matter, in there. Like, this is dumb. The only reason why I keep these boxes is for my collection of the Apple ecosystem stuff. So every new product from Apple I buy, I put it on that shelf I have right now as memories. But this is what I'm exactly talking about. Or if they want to be real fancy and they'd rather just use the phone because they already got all the Bluetooth accessories like AirPods and all kinds of other stuff, so then I would just take this, if I can even put it back in its original thing. There we go. Put it back in here and make it look like I didn't even use it. And this is where the sad part lies. There we go. Right there. So, this is what it'll show in the bottom, would be this. And the phone on there. So I'll show you how the normal iPhone unboxing is going to work. So, don't even use this. So let's say right now, this phone I have right now is sitting in the box. First of all, it'll show this tab in the bottom. If it was never been opened, if it was used, then it'd be exactly like this. We pull this tab, pull the wrapping off, then it's very, very slow on opening. But if it's used, then it does this. But it has this very seal, so it'll be very slow. And then you open it like this. And the first thing that will come up, and I'll show you that I'm not faking it, is it'll show this. Designed by Apple in California. Okay, let's pick this up. Go through the paperwork. It says, welcome to iPhone. And it shows you all of this stuff here. It shows you how to use the phone. All of this other cool stuff, okay. Information, warranty, and safety guides to all this stuff. And a couple of Apple stickers. So it'll come with this stuff, and this box has been changed. This has been the same box since the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, and well, yeah, that's the only reason why. So they kept this the same. But then when you get the box and when you open it, you'll find out your phone is sitting on top of here where the phone cutout is. So then you have your AirPods, so you go take that out right away, and then you take your cable out, your not your cable, your plug into the outlet, and then you have lightning cable in the bottom, so you can take that out, peel it off, and you can have it sitting in the charger. And here's the funny fact: it comes with this in the back, but then as soon as you pull this tab here, which I already did, there's the AirPods lightning thing in the bottom. And the only reason why I'm keeping these exactly the way it is so because they can stay new and they can stay collectible. I've used them for a while when I got the phone just to see how it is, and it works flawlessly good. I want to keep them new because I don't know, some reason with these I have bad habits of breaking these. I really do, because like every time I ride my bicycle and something goes wrong on these, and I don't know if it's because it's my fault or if it's someone else's, for example, but I always end up breaking these, and I have no idea why that keeps happening to me. I don't know if it's just me or if it's your guys' experience too, but these Lightning earbuds, it's not as bad. But again, with the headphone jack earbuds that Apple used to come with, and didn't have to come with this adapter, was weird. And I was like, okay, why do they keep breaking? So I have to keep asking people for others, so that way I can still use the headphone jack off the phone. And well, obviously now I have wired earbuds. Came with my 8 Plus, and that's an example product right there. So that's an example of what people will scam you on in eBay. That's an example, okay? So, and sometimes the phone won't even turn on. So right now I'm gonna try turning this phone on. It's not going to turn on, is it? Or is it? No. No, that's the other button. This button is to turn it on. So see, right now it's not even turning on at all. This is what happened, and people will go, "Oh, this won't turn on." Well, first of all, you need to plug it in, which is a Microsoft phone. So I'll plug it into the where the Xbox is connected to. So I'll plug this in right now. And then it should vibrate. What the hell? Okay, this is weird. Okay, there it goes. So I just heard it vibrate. It booted up Nokia, which I'm gonna think about taking it to Walmart and selling it because I really don't need it. I'll factory reset the thing again. Yeah, see, right now it says low battery, and this is what people will do. They will have low batteries. I'm letting you guys know so that way you guys don't get scammed on eBay if you're shopping for a used phone. Watch out for stuff like this, because really you will get screwed if someone sells you something used, and they will scam you with it. And that's one out of prime examples of this. eBay doesn't have a protection against the buyer, or the seller for that matter either. Basically, sometimes it's either or both on both, but really, they're a disgraced corporation, and it really sickens me that they're even a thing in the first place. Because it's like, why do you even bother having? Why people? I mean, why do people bother calling them? Why? Oh, I know why. Because for a prime example, if someone wants to use a phone or someone wants to use a thing like that on eBay, or buy a used phone because they can't get a brand new one and it's the new phone but a little bit used. So it's like, say for me, I wanted an 8 Plus. I looked for some used ones and they weren't that great, by the way. Um, but yeah, that's just one of my prime examples of why you shouldn't buy shit like that on eBay, period. Because if I created an eBay account, I would be screwed up the ass if I bought something on there. I'll get scammed and I'll be pretty fucking pissed. So that's the reason why I go for maybe Amazon. I go for actual physical stores. and the Apple ecosystem for me. As a prime example, but usually for video games, I go to stores. I don't go to GameStop. And by the way, GameStop is also dying, so there's a thumbs up for there. But otherwise, like eBay just screws people over, and then like what happened to everything Apple Pro, there should be a protection against this eBay. I'm serious. You need to have a protection against this. People don't say it as much because they don't want to get kicked off the thing, but I don't have an account with you, so I can say whatever I want to you. And the problem is, you don't protect people. You don't protect people. Why do you not do that already? You should have already done that when your site was already released, man. Like, no, you need to have a protection against this kind of crap. And I'm serious. You need a protection against this crap. You need a protection where a buyer gets a item or buys a item from the auction, and then the seller will sell the thing, and the buyer will pay for the price for it. And what happens is, a few weeks later, the box will show up in their house or on their doorstep. They'll get to unboxing it, and of course they'll be recording on YouTube or they'll be recording on their Facebook feed. Whoever knows. So they unbox it, and they open up the thing, and they get all excited because it's this thing that they really wanted that they found at a really cheap price and was used. So, and then they open all this stuff and they find out it's a fucking scam. And this is my only question: why do you not have a protection against those type of people, or even the buyer scammer point? Because people will buy something and then they'll immediately give you negative feedback, and they will immediately say that this item sucks, this was broken, why are you selling me this, like normal people would if they got scammed. But there's a buyer scam too, so eBay's like bad in like both ways. Like, I'm sorry to say this, but it's eBay's fault for not keeping protection against this kind of crap. And really, eBay should do something about this, because I mean, this is really bad. And I'm pretty sure this is hurting them more than it's making them money. Like, if they just keep ignoring the stuff that people are complaining about, then yeah, obviously people like me are going to go sketchy on eBay and go, yeah, eBay's not even a good site to use. Go to Amazon for stuff. Go to Apple Store for stuff. Go to Walmart. Go to, like other stores, except buy stuff from eBay. And that's really sad too, that you're the only people that can fix this issue, but you're too lazy on doing it because you think it's going to cost you money in the end, when really it shouldn't be. You should have a scanner system that it scans all of this crap, so it scans all of this junk, and there should be a protector's thing against that, man. Like, no, this is really dumb. Like, there needs to be a protection against this, and it's not just me saying it. It's everyone else, including everything Apple Pro too. He didn't think of it, but he feels that there needs to be something done to this, because so many people are getting scammed on eBay that it's not even funny anymore. There are so many people who have gotten scammed by eBay more than once, okay? And other people are suggesting other people not to go to eBay because of this problem. And it's a really huge problem when you're buying something from a seller and they give you crap like that. Like, let's say, oh, you bought an iPhone X, and you see this on the iPhone X box. You'll be pretty angry because you spent almost about $1,000 for that phone. It's either up to 2 iPhone X's or 1 iPhone X, which will cost you $1,000 at the Apple Store. But if you go to eBay, you can find it sort of cheaper, or people will charge the same price. But people love eBay, so that's the reason why they do that. But it's not a good move. It's not a good idea. It really isn't a good idea. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? No. And I'm not saying this is the people's fault. People should have a mind that goes, yeah, I should buy something off eBay today. I'm actually going to go online and I'm going to search for something on eBay, and I'm going to search for what I want, and then I'll go to the auction and buy it. Get the auction or buy it outright, But eBay wants to do their own ways. They don't want to protect against the people. They'd rather have a bad reputation because I guess in the long run for them, it's going to make them money and all this crap. So it's like, come on, dude, no. You need to have a protection, at least the cheapest protection you can get to protect this kind of crap from scammers. From people who are buying stuff on eBay and they get scammed for. And this is just isn't eBay. This is also coming from Amazon too at this point. Because several months ago, and it was like several years ago for Xbox 360 Black Ops 2 got backwards compatibility. I didn't know until like last year, and then I bought the console, and then I saw Black Ops 2 on the backwards compatibility list. So I'm like, okay, I want to get it. But they were charging at the time $50 for it, and I was like, no, I'm gonna find a better deal. So I asked Joe's mom, and I gave her the money, and she shopped for one. She found one, and it was a 360 thing. It was in a 360 case, and it was the Black Ops 2 PS3 disc. So we sent it back, and we got the actual thing. So Amazon did fix the issue and goes like, yeah, it was the buyer's fault, and she got a complete refund from it. As an eBay, you either get scammed and you go, and then eBay goes like, okay, yeah, you have to talk to the seller about this. Of course, the seller's not going to do it because they're scamming them. No, there should not be. Oh, contact the seller. There should never be that way. If your site is well known for people getting scammed on there, you have to think like, okay, yeah, this person just scammed them. Okay, we're gonna take action. If they don't take any kind of action, they will tell you you need to talk to the people. You need to talk to whoever you bought the item from that you got scammed from. Of course, the scammer's not going to give you the money back because they'd rather keep the money for themselves because they're scammers. Okay? In eBay, that is like a really big issue for people. A really big problem. Especially when you know, your support sucks. Your customer support sucks, dude. I've seen so many people on YouTube complain about how many times they've gotten scammed on here and they call for your support, but you guys don't do a fucking thing and you rather ignore them. Or no, you rather tell people, "Oh, talk to the buyer." But what happens if their account shuts down? Then what are they supposed to do? They ain't getting their money back. No. They ain't getting their money back at all. So really, you just screwed people. That's all you do. You screw people over. You screw your fan base over. You screw your customers, your loyal customers who have put and dedicated into your site for fucking years into, and you don't give a fuck anymore because it's money that you fucking care about. Honestly, when the fuck are you gonna grow up and be like what Amazon's doing? Because at least they're caring about their customers and at least they'll give them the fucking money back if they get the wrong item. Or here's the thing, or they get ripped off, they can get their money back, and they will do something about it. And this is a fucking funny example of this. This is really funny because Amazon actually wants to do something more than what eBay does. eBay will just fuck you over if you get scammed on it. I'm not joking. Look it up on YouTube. eBay scams, and you'll see it. There's like a direct, lots of fucking videos of it. And then there's someone who will call the support and be like, you need to contact the seller, or the YouTuber will say that they needed to contact the seller for their money back. It's either that or they can file a claim, which the claim won't even work because they'll automatically deny it. There should never ever be like that. There should be a protection system against this. You should scan the item when it's in the shipping lot. You should scan the item and see if it's actually the item. If it's not, then tell the people that we couldn't get it because you were getting scammed and we were saving you the trouble. And we are going to actually do something about the scammer, and we will take him off the and we will either force his account down or put him on probation for his account from selling things ever. And that's what it really should have been. But no, it's not like that. It is never going to be like that. Which is the really saddest part of all. They don't care. If they cared enough, wouldn't they actually do something about it? I mean, come on. Seriously. If they cared that much, they should have done something by now about this. But of course, they keep letting it happening over and over again across the world. And eBay just doesn't seem to care. which is like the really sad part right now because Amazon is like on the highest market stock prices because people buy shit all the time from them. Because people trust them, because Amazon actually wants to do something, and they are $1 billion corporation of online shipping service and online shopping shit. And yet, they have their shit together, but here's eBay. They don't have their shit together. They'd rather save whatever they can before they die. And the sad part is, they will die soon if they keep doing this. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's a really bad business move. It's a really bad business move. Bad one. And that's what I mean, man. Like, when and here's the funny thing too, and this just isn't for these technology phones, tablets, computers. It's happening to game consoles and some other stuff that people have bought too, that have gotten scammed on. And it's not just the phone market either. It's really bad now. It's gotten so bad that like, let's say you bought a brand new Xbox One off eBay for $100 cheaper, right? And you wait 1 week or 2 weeks later, and then it comes into your house. Then you open it, and you open up the Xbox One S or the One Xbox, depends on which system you got. If you pick the cheapest one, which would probably be the One S more than the One X because it's $500, and the other one's like almost close to 300 to 200 bucks for the One S. Well, at least the one I got was 250 at Toys R Us. But my point still stands. When you open up your Xbox One console, or you open up a PS4 console or a Nintendo Switch console, it doesn't matter which product you get, as long as it's a game system and it's cheap enough to get, and you open up the box and you see maybe this or a piece of crap laptop that doesn't work, or a phone that's cracked so bad it doesn't even turn on anymore, or a stolen product from someone else they shipped in the box, that's a scam. And this happens almost consistently on eBay. Consistently. Over and over and over and over again. And do people learn by this? They kind of don't. Should we feel bad for them? Yes. Because it's a really shitty situation. And it's a really shitty deal when eBay decides to fuck people over. Okay, let's take this for example. Back in 2009 and 8, right? Back almost 9 or 10 years ago, correct? What was the number one console selling across the globe? The Nintendo Wii. It broke Nintendo's sales because it was the evolution of gaming. Someone ordered it off eBay for a cheaper price. They got the accessories. They got the new Wii vibrating motor thing with a nunchuck thing, and then a regular Wii remote. And then the two nunchucks, okay? Then the little bar sensor, an AV cable, a power cable with the box thing to the system. And literally, he got a jar of piss. Not even kidding, this guy got a jar of piss that had a label of Nintendo on it. It was either a joke scam or it was a really bad scam from someone. So what does the guy do? He contacted the seller twice. Automatically hanged up on him. As soon as he said he was a buyer of eBay, automatically hanged up. Twice. He calls eBay, and here's what eBay does. You either need to return the item back to the seller, or you can make a claim, or you can contact the seller. Which he said he contacted the seller, he dropped on him twice. And here's what the lady says. You can either return the item back. And he goes like... And at first the lady was trying to be funny about it. She was being a bitch about it. she was kind of being one of those jerks that thinks it's funny. And she goes like, "Oh, it's the Wii, right? It's the Wii." He goes, "No, it's Wii, WEE." And then she goes like, "Well, you got that," and then all this still goes on. But I'm saying to the matter of my point is, if you're going to shop on eBay, don't do it. You will automatically get fucked. Automatic. So I already have the. Oh, I already did factory reset it. Oh crap. Now here's one thing to do. So it's already factory reset it, so I don't need to do anything. But yeah, this is what I'm saying before though. Like, I don't get it. What is wrong with eBay? Like they say, oh, contact the seller and ship the item back. But then she told him, oh, you can't send the item back. And he goes like, why not? And she goes like, because it's rarely human waste and you can't send human waste. And then she goes like, I'm sorry I wasn't much help for you. And the guy felt angry, and I don't blame him because this is coming from your fucking site. This is coming from your fucking site, dude, and you're fucking just not being helpful. You're being zero to customer support, to people. I don't know if they changed their fucking shit up since then or whatever happened, but this is not okay for a website to not give a fuck about everyone and to think that someone else or either other person is the bad guy. It should never be like that, and I'm sorry. It should never ever be like that. I'm so sorry to tell you this. I'm sorry, but things should not ever be like that. And I'm sorry to tell you the truth, but he wasn't an idiot. He actually wanted to buy a cheap Nintendo console, which was the Nintendo Wii, WII. Okay? Which again, back 9 to 8 years ago, that fucking thing was out of shelves because everyone bought them, right? Same thing with the Nintendo Switch situation. Nintendo eliminated, or not eliminated, evolutionized the console market and got sold out immediately. PS4s didn't get any sales, the Xbox One didn't get any sales because everyone was buying Nintendo Switch. This is the same thing for the Wii. Exact same thing. So, but here's the kicker for you, eBay. Why does your people have lists of the games that you can pre-order games off your site? It should never be like that. You shouldn't exist as a site if you're not going to help anyone out. Especially when people get scammed extremely like that. And that process gets repeated over and over. You're basically just a waste of money towards people. And I'm sorry to say it, but that's the reason why I don't go on eBay. And that's the reason why I don't even want to do or even shop for eBay stuff. People have recommended me that I should go on eBay to get some stuff cheaper, but then I'm like, no, I don't want to get scammed because of this problem. That is unfortunately still happening, like what happened to Everything Apple Pro. He bought an iPhone 2G for $3,000. At first it was $1,000. It was a cheaper auction bid. And usually these things goes up to $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70,000. Not even fucking joking. He's shown it. $60,000 to $70,000 is the highest, and $20,000 to like $30,000 is like the lowest price, or maybe $1,000 or $2,000. So he goes on eBay and he saw this auction for $1,000, not even opened, iPhone 2G, never been opened from its box, ever, never been resealed, still the original packaging and everything else. So he bidded for until $3,000, and then he got the phone. And then he did a video of celebrating 11 years with the iPhone 2G. So he opens the phone, he unboxes it. Here's a real fucking kicker. He opens up the box with that little lid thing because back then they had this too. So he opened it up, and what do you saw? A fucking reseal plastic thing from the iPhone 2G that wasn't even done properly. All the accessories and everything else and the phone was used because because Apple has their own little code check to see if it's actually been used or not, or if it's never had ever been activated. And he picked up a box that wasn't activated, but then he picked up a phone that was activated. There's a real kicker right there. And it's like, no. People should not be experiencing this. They really shouldn't. And people should not be experiencing this, period. Especially for everything Apple Pro and after what he have to do every day in his job, which is YouTube. That's his check. And he wasted $3,000 for that. And this just wasn't one time only. It happened the other time when he got scammed on eBay, the exact same problem, but he didn't open it. He took it through the machine. And it was the exact same shit. Resealed everything. And it was the same thing for the iPhone 3G, 3GS. I'm guessing pretty much almost the same for the iPhone 4 and 4S and beyond more. So there's that current situation with eBay. And why I think what the fuck is wrong with eBay. Because they don't I hope people got their money back for this crap. I really do, because this is really ridiculous from you, eBay. You really should be caring about the people more than just saying, oh yeah, screw off. No, things should never be like that. Things should be different than that. And that's what I have to say about it. Things should be different than that. Things should be way different that you're just helping people out and you're getting rid of these scammers from your site. And there's shit tons of them right now. Shit tons. Okay? So that's what I'm just saying. eBay, fix your shit. I'm really sick and tired of you not helping your fans out, not helping your customer base. You're fucking ripping people off. Please just fucking help people out with this shit, because it's not their fault that they got scammed. From fucking your site. From your site. From your bullshit ass site. From you. So, and the people who shop on there who have not gotten scammed before, or has not gotten scammed once, you're fucking lucky then. You're one of the fucking lucky people then who has not gotten scammed from eBay. But someday you will. Believe it or not, someday you will. As in for the rest of us who did, or I'm not because I don't shop on there, but for the other people who got scammed on eBay, I'm very sorry that that experience had to happen to you. I'm sorry that eBay just goes, fuck you people, we're not going to give a fuck about you. And we're going to agree with the scammer, or we're going to agree. So basically, they're agreeing with bad people. And they're getting rid of good, and they're forcing good people to fucking, do what the scammer did to you. It's sad. It's pathetic. And I get it, make a quick buck, but then you don't have to scam the person with an item. You can just sell an item whenever you want. I mean, I'll show you what I got. So I have an iPod 5th generation right here. This is the fifth generation iPod from Apple back in 2000 something. And this is a 30 gig iPod Touch. The battery's full, but it dies very quickly. See, if I was going to sell this, I would warn people, hey, you need to replace the battery because the battery dies very quickly, but everything else works except the home button here. You have to, as you can see, it broke apparently at some point, but you have to really press in there, and I'll show you. As soon as it boots up, because I have it off. But let's see how many battery it wasted. Okay, it's still good. See, if you keep it on real high brightness and you keep it on really low screen on times, then you're fine. And as you can see, this works just fine. The headphone jack works really good. The headphone jack, like I said, works great. The port in the bottom, which is the 30-pin dot connector, works really well. Just here's the problem. Just like that. That's the problem. The home button, you need to you have to very forcefully um, press on the button, and see, it just did it again. So let's go to, give me my headphones, I'm gonna plug them in. Okay, my sticks. So that way you can hear that it's playing. So let me go to my songs that I like, that I can find from in here. Ooh, oh, what's that? M&M. See what I mean? It has to do that. 8 miles. Okay, what the hell's this one? Yep, figured. God damn. As you can see, it plays. And as you can tell, just right here, it works. Everything works on it. And right now I can be like this. I can hold the back button right here, hold the front button, play, pause, shuts off the device if I hold play and pause. That was our whole menu. That takes you all the way back to the menu. That's something I did not know about this guy. See, if I sold this, I'll be like, you need a, yeah, right there, just the last several minutes of usage, I've already have wasted about like 70% of battery life, and it was on like maybe 90 for this. So yeah, the battery's bad. So that's the number one thing. The battery is pretty bad. See, if I was going to sell a phone like that one, or not a cell phone, but sell the Apple stuff like this here, but the hard drive spins. The hard drive does spin in here. So there's a spinning hard drive in here, which you also have to keep in mind of. But again, this is what I mean. If I was going to sell that, I would tell people the issues with it, and maybe they can get it. It still works. Everything still works on it. They just need to fix the home button, and they need to fix the battery problem, and then everything will work just fine. Because like you just heard, the headphone jack still works. So that's a good sign. Let me see if I can do video or the audio recording, because I have a headphone with me. Let's go to extras. Do they have voice memo? Maybe I can do that as a test. Games, calendar, contacts, calendar, notes, stopwatch, screen lock. Set combination. Oh, this is for locking the screen. Okay, so then I just go to my settings. Settings. It's the backlight time. There is 10 minutes. I can have it to 2 seconds because that will save way more battery. But you can put it on as always, and we'll see how much this eats the battery. Brightness. It is all the way max, but if you turn it all the way down, the battery will save itself for the cause of it. But right now, it's always on-screen time, and now we're close to maybe about 50% of battery life. So you can see the battery is already dying just from several minutes of usage. So that's another problem. I'm looking to see if there's a voice memo thing I can use instead of songs, so I don't get copyrighted. But I don't think, because the old iPod, the iPod Nano, 5th generation, had the voice memo, and I don't think this one does. No. Damn. Alrighty, well, we're going to see how long this goes with the screen always on, brightness max. But as you can see, everything does work. It's just the battery and the button clicker in the bottom in the middle here, I mean, is the problem. And as you can tell, so it's either someone has to pick this apart and fix that, and then fix the battery, and then get everything going, and then they would have to factory reset this thing, which is also another biggie. You need to factory reset this iPod on a computer, because you can't factory reset this on its own. You need to factory reset it from the computer, and then it'll wipe out and erase everything, and you can put your songs in it if you wanted to, but it's only 30 gigabytes, and which is very small for this guy. Not very small, but it's like, the songs are megabytes on here, so let me see how much gigs I have left just because of those songs are on here. Out. Yeah, see, it's 27.8 gigs for the software, and we're using 26.4 gigabytes of it in version of iPod, so it has not been updated. So yeah, right now here, let me see just what happens when I put music off it, so I'm going to do that. This will be a test, obviously, so I will check back on it later. So there's the reason why I think eBay sucks, and if I was going to sell something on there, I would actually be pretty straightforward, and I would actually tell you what is wrong with it, and if I have the actual device. There's that, and also have a fair price range. That's why I don't sell or shop on eBay for those examples. I'll see you guys in the next video. I just wanted to talk about and let you guys know what has been going on through my emotions and what's been going on recently with my life, and how I've been pretty upset about losing my dog and stuff. So there's that too. Well, actually, she's already gone, but you get the whole story now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant slash talk through video of how you have to be careful on eBay, and how to be careful, period, on anything. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for being my supporters through this whole experience of YouTube for me. And I'm not in it for the money, like I said. I'm in it just because this is fun for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. And I will be posting videos of the GM site. As you can tell, I will link down my Facebook page for it. The GM Memories page, I will link it down in the description. So if you guys want to check out more GM stuff, you guys can. So, with that being said, and without that being in the way, I'll see you guys in the next one, possibly a live stream, where the GM site is, because I will be at my dad's house, and it's really close to there. So on the way up there, I'll show you guys how the progress has been doing, and the sign that says the Janesville Assembly General Motors plant is down now. So there's that. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.